It's Joseph. May I come in?
Only if you have something good for me.
It's Joseph. May I come in?
Only if you have something good for me.
Dessert is served.
It doesn't taste like the real thing, but it's still better than if you cooked it.
You never were mute, were you?
I was, for 2 weeks, after my mother disappeared. It was so comfortable and peaceful, everybody left me alone, that when my voice returned, I didn't tell anyone, not even my uncle or Jack.
How did your father die?
An accident during an experiment with radioactive material.
What kind of experiments are you doing with birds?
I've built a machine. It uses ultrasound to attract birds.
And you're testing it on a scarecrow which looks like your uncle?
Yes. Don't tell him I borrowed some of his old suits.
Was Jack in love with you or your mother?
Not with me. I was very young then. But I think he loved my mother. She liked to tease him about that. Jack has been very good to me. I feel sorry for him.
Did you know Mr. Morton was among your uncle's crew?
Really? No. I knew nothing about the film. My uncle was very secretive. I even had to stop my experiments. Mr. Morton is a business associate of his, but I never liked him. The way he looks at me.
Your grandmother was insane during her last years?
Very strange, at least. And at times really mad. Talking about the apocalypse and accusing everybody, even me, of planning her death.
How did your mother die?
She committed suicide. By drowning. Her body was never found. Only her wedding ring.
Alicia, listen to what I have to tell you. Here's what I think. Your mother never committed suicide. She was murdered today in your family church, but I don't know who her murderer is. I believe she was invited here by your uncle. She left a letter for you.
How do we find the murderer?
I'm sorry, but I see no alternative to questioning you.
Let's do it, but do it fast. What kind of questions?
I tell you a word, you tell me what it evokes for you.
Like Adam and Eve? Chocolate and pleasure? Fire and warmth?
No, more like mother and apple crumble.
That's no questioning. That's psychiatric noodle soup. My uncle already had me go through that.
Try it again, please. For me and the apple crumble.
Okay, but it's a waste of time, and I pick up the next game.
Deal. Ready?
Shoot.
Alicia.
Chick.
Mommy.
Gone.
Daddy.
Doomed.
Jack.
Pity.
Robert.
Power.
Mary Rose.
Light.
Silence.
Sound.
Birds.
Friends.
Brandy.
Escape.
Accident.
Cry.
Suicide.
Mommy.
Love.
Disappointment.
Bomb.
Explosion.
Let's try again. Daddy.
Doomed.
Bomb.
Trap.
Suicide.
Lie.
Mommy.
Lie.
Robert.
Vulture. 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 Vulture.
What do you mean when you say your uncle is a vulture?
I didn't say that. I didn't mean anything.
Do you mean he only attacks people when they're dead? Do you mean he wants people dead? And when he wants people dead, they die?
No. I didn't mean anything, really.
He wanted your mother and father dead, and they died, and maybe his mother. And as he's a vulture, he didn't kill them, but had them killed. Is that it? Tell me!
Shut up! You're mad!
Listen, and that's why you want to kill him with your machine?
No, I don't know.
And why do you pity Jack? What do you think he knows?
More brandy? Yes, please.
Feeling better?
Yes. But drained. Too much silly talk.
Any clue on where to find new evidence about the murders?
I don't know. Try Jack. He may hold the key to the library of the ballroom. I need to rest.
Mary Rose. Oh, you know it wasn't me. Patrick, she always comes back. Get away. Get away. You're dead. You can't do anything to me. Have a drink.
Well, maybe it's time for Mary Rose to pay Jack a visit. Jack, it's me, Mary Rose.
Who are you? It's not her voice.
Damn, I have to find a way to talk like Mary Rose.
Like Mary Rose. Not a chance.
You got a better idea?
Good night, Jack.
Brilliant, Alfred. I'm going to record you.
Who are you?
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Mary Rose.
What have you done to me, Jack?
What have you done to me, Jack?
Mary Rose. I swear I did not know Robert had tampered with your umbrella.
And for Constance, what's your excuse?
And for Constance, what is your excuse?
All I can tell, you know, I loved her. Her suicide crushed me. And now she died again.
And Walter, you killed him too.
And Walter, you killed him too.
Robert planned it. He told me then I could marry Constance. I swear. I swear.
Where is the evidence?
Where is the evidence?
I can't swim anymore. I can't swim anymore. There are ghosts everywhere. Robert mustn't find it. The octopus.
And Robert, my son, you will kill him too?
And Robert, my son, you will kill him too?
I regret nothing. He survived the virus. I injected him, but it gave me more ideas.
Gentle persons, I hereby acknowledge that Marvin Jordan Inc. is the full, sole, and legitimate owner of the Andia product, brand, and license, and that I do not, nor shall at any time, have any claim with respect to the payment of any royalties or fees of any kind relating to the exploitation of said Andia product, brand, and license. Dear Robert, pursuant to our phone conversation, I have undertaken a careful review of all files pertaining to our operations in Eastern Germany, and considering the business and personal liabilities we might have to face should Mr. Fisher decide to testify in court and give a detailed account of our dealings with him, I strongly advise you for the time being to agree to his demands, however unwarranted they may seem to you. Yours sincerely, Donald Bariff, Esquire. Dear Sir, I hereby confirm my acceptance of the terms of your proposed settlement agreement. I understand and agree that Mr. Marvin Jordan's unfortunate comments did not reflect his true feelings, but the first symptoms of the illness which was to nearly take his life a few days later. I will be glad to hand over my videotape of this episode against the $200,000 cashier's check contemplated by the settlement agreement. James A. Thornhill. Settlement agreement on January 3, 1990. Mark Jones illegally and secretly taped a conversation he was having with Michael Keller, president of the Marvin Jordan Foundation in Bombay, India, on January 4, 1990. According to Mark Jones, two unidentified individuals entered his hotel suite and unsuccessfully tried to steal the audio tape of said conversation from him. On January 5, 1990, Mark Jones publicly accused Michael Keller of having hired said two individuals and sued him for malicious wounding. On January 6, 1990, Michael Keller countersued for slander. The parties have now agreed to settle all of their claims as follows. The Marvin Jordan Foundation shall pay Mark Jones the amount of $100,000. Mark Jones shall return the original audio tape of the conversation to Michael Keller. Mark Jones shall further represent that he has made no copy whatsoever of the original tape and has not and shall not at any time reveal its contents to any party under any circumstances. Executed in 5 originals on July 25, 1990, Mark Jones, Michael Keller.
Jack. 1. Take the death danger label off the suitcase. 2. Bring the suitcase to Walter in his laboratory as soon as he gets there tomorrow morning. 3. Tell Walter the case contains the results of the latest Andia tests he requested. 4. Immediately leave the room. 5. Lock the laboratory door behind you. 6. Wait outside until you hear screams. Once the suitcase is open, a built-in mechanism will keep it blocked in that position for 1 hour. 7. Drive into town and stay there till 5 p.m. Be seen in public places. 8. Upon your return, take the protection suit and the Geiger counter you will find in my office, put the suit on, and go to the laboratory. 9. If, when you enter the laboratory, the Geiger counter raises above the 4 level, immediately move out. If not, close the suitcase without facing it. Put the warning label back in place, and check that Walter is dead. It is perfunctory, but I know you will enjoy it. Walk out, close the door, but do not lock it. 10. Hide the suit and counter in your room. 11. When I am back from San Francisco with Mary Rose, Constance, and Alicia, it shall be around 7 p.m., tell us Walter has spent the whole day in the laboratory and gave you instructions not to disturb him. 12. Wail, lament, and cry with us when Walter's body is discovered. 13. Last but not least, trust me to lobby hard after an adequate period of mourning for you to become my new and more fortunate brother-in-law.